Welcome, I'm Helen Ann, and today I'm going to teach you how to make homemade, non-baked cheesecake. What we are going to be needing is graham crumbs, butter, sugar, cream cheese, whipped cream, a pan, toppings, whichever you would like. I'll discuss that further later on. And this is the recipe we were going to be using. Okay, we're going to make the crumb mixture right now. So you need 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, and it does not matter what kind of graham cracker crumbs you use. It could be the no name, it could be whatever. And if you use Oreo crumbs, that one's good too. You can make like a black forest. And we're going to put a 1/2 cup of sugar in here, like so. Move that off to the side, and we're just going to mix this all up right now. Okay, that's all mixed. Now, I use unsalted butter. You can use butter or margarine, whatever you choose, but it's 1/4 cup, and I have it on my stove top in there, and we're going to melt it. And it's going to take a little bit to melt, so I'm going to melt it, and then we'll come back. Okay, now since our butter is melted, I'm going to pour it in here. Put that over to the side, and we're going to mix this up, and we want it to be coated completely. And then once it is coated completely, I'm going to press it into an 8x8 pan. You can double this recipe if you wish to make a bigger batch. By all means, go right ahead. It's all up to you. And this is almost done mixing. Now, after you put this in the pan, if you want to, you can bake it. You can bake it on a 375 oven for 15 minutes. I normally don't. Because I'm just putting this in the fridge after I have the whipped cream in it. And you can also make a little individual one if you wish, so that's what I'm doing here for something different. And then just pour the rest of that right in there. And we're going to pat this all down. And what I like to do, I gotta take my ring off for it, I use my fingers. Fingers are the best thing for patting down crumbs, because you get right into the corners and push everything down to where you want it, like that, and do the same for this little one over here, like that. And I'm just going to put it over to the side, and I'm going to wash my hands, and when I come back, we're going to start the main layer. Okay, now we're going to start getting the center ready. So I'm using Latancia cream cheese today. It was on sale. So I buy whatever cream cheese is on sale. $2.99 is a good price. So that's what I do. So you're going to need the cream cheese. You're going to need whipping cream. And you need the whole 500 milliliter container. And you're going to need sugar if you want it. I like it in there just 1/4 cup. It just adds a little bit of a sweet taste to it, because if you've had real whipped cream before, it's really bitter, so it breaks it up. So I'm going to put the cream cheese in my mixer, and I'm going to be using the paddle blade on my mixer to get it to be nice and creamy. Now, once I get that in there, there we go. Bring it down. Now, this is a noisy part, so I'll come back when this is creamed and show you what it looks like before I transfer over to the whisk attachment to put in the whipped cream. Okay, as you can see, we are nice and creamy. I'm just going to take all this extra good cream cheese off. Comme ça. There we go. Get in there. And I'm going to wash this stuff off my hands. Okay, I'm going to scrape down the sides now before I add the whipping cream to it. So here we go. So this is my whisk attachment. Put that in there. Down it goes. Shake this up a little bit. And this is going to be noisy. I'm going to start it first, and then I'm going to be adding some sugar to it. So bear with us with the noise for the moment. Add in there. Okay, so we're going to hold off for a little bit because I want this to be a little bit thicker before I add the sugar to it. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, now it's at a little bit of a better thickness. It's still runny, but it won't splatter all over the place when I add a quarter of a cup of sugar. And I just go a little at a time gradually. And it'll all get mixed in. And after it gets nice and thick, I'll come back and show you what else to do. Okay, we're back now. And it's to a very nice thick consistency. I did scrape it down. I'll be doing that again. As you can see, it's thick, like whipped cream. Shake that all off. And we'll just open this up like this. Scrape it all down. Again, make sure everything's done. It's perfect. Now we're going to come over here. And we're going to put it right into our prepared crumb shell. And I'm just going to put a little bit over here. And our little one over here. I'll be making that nice and neat in a little bit. So we just put it all in. And we are going to be spreading it out to the side so it looks really, really nice and pretty. Okay, I just need my spatula. I find it much better to use an offset spatula that you would decorate cakes with to do this part, because you can get right into the corners and you can get it nice and flat, and you can make it very even. So okay, so that's one, and we're just going to make this nice and flat too. Make it look pretty. Okay, there we go. Now in this, what you do next, we're going to put this in the fridge for an hour to 2 hours to set before we put a topping on it. So I'll be right back. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I'll show you how to top the cheesecake after. Now you're going to pan to me first. Okay, hi, welcome back. Now we're going to put toppings on the cheesecake. I made this one earlier, so I had enough time to show you what it would look like on top. And you could use any particular pie fill you would like, if you wanted to go that way. Or you could put fresh fruit, or even canned fruit on top of it. You can do candy. You can pretty much put anything you'd like on top of this, or just have it as is. Me, I am actually going to get a little fancy, and I am actually going to put some fresh fruit on it, like this. I'll do 2 layers to show you how I'm going to do it, and then I will be back with the finished product. Okay. There, and I would like some pineapple for something different. So, go like this, like this, and I'll have to put a little one in the corner there. Kind of like that. And I'll be back and show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so this is the finished product. Now, what I would do, especially if I put the pie fills on it, I would put it in the fridge and let it set again for a few hours. Maybe not too long. And then I would take it out and serve it up. So I hope you enjoy your cheesecake. And you can make any type of cheesecake you wish. Be creative and use your imagination.